All right, so here in Module 3 now, we're looking at equations of quadratic functions and using those when they're given to you to analyze a function's vertex, its solutions, or its zeros, and then determining if your vertex is a minimum or a maximum. And the way that we're going to go through this today is using a technology tool, which means less work for you and less work for me because my video is going to be shorter. Okay, so the website we're going to use is a great website for graphing, like using a graphing calculator. It pretty much has the same functionality as any graphing calculator you might have used in the past. So the website is called Fooplot. It's FOOPLOT.com. So I'm going to go to Fooplot. All right, so when you pull up the Fooplot website, you're going to see just a generic graph. This one has x squared already graphed, but we're going to exit out of that one and we're going to make our own graph. The function that I'm going to graph today is going to be x squared minus 4x. And to get this squared here, that little caret symbol and the 2, you are hitting shift and the 6 key to get that. And that means that you're raising x to the power of 2. Okay, so there's the function I want to graph, x squared minus 4x. And just like the past 2 modules you've done, we are looking to find the vertex of this graph and we're looking to find the zeros. Okay, so this is a really nice function and you can pretty much just tell by looking at this what your zeros and what your vertex is. Right away you can tell that your vertex is here and it's a minimum because it's the bottom point of your parabola. But now if we want to look closer at that point, you can zoom in on it and move your graph around. And this is a really great user-friendly website. So you can look right here and see, bam, there's your vertex. It's at 2, -4. So your vertex of this function is 2, -4. Now, if it was kind of off or it was a decimal, you could use this key, or I'm sorry, this button right here, which actually will trace your graph. So if I wanted to like start here and trace my graph, I can actually hold down my mouse key and drag this along the entire graph. And it'll kind of zero in on those important points. It'll like click on it. So you can see right there that there's your vertex and it's at 2, -4. Now I'm going to zoom out to find my zeros here. And I'm going to keep using that trace function. I'm going to start up here and I'm going to trace this along to my 2 points that I see are my solutions, and it clicks on that one for me. And I can see my first solution is 0, 0. Now if I keep dragging it along, it heads back up and it kind of snaps into that point, and my second solution is 4, 0. So again, to trace that along, I just start at any point. I click this button first, then I go to any part of the graph and I hold down my keypad, my little mouse, and I drag it along. So we know that point's important, this point, and this point. So that is how you're going to do the 3 problems in the checkpoint for this module. And then you're going to use this type of functionality again in the final products for the egg launch project. I hope this was helpful.